Welcome to Half in the Bag Disc Golf. Oh my goodness, I forgot what
podcast. Podcast is the word you're looking for.
It has been a night, everybody.
Oh my God.
My child is trying to cough his tiny little head off. Every technical problem we could try to have has so far happened. And all we want to do is talk about this tier list that we're going to do for y'all, so that way you've got some content to be like, these dumb guys again? All right, I'll listen to them.
These dumb assholes. Yeah, it happens.
I was trying to
Whatever.
I was trying to keep us in the monetization category for YouTube, but I guess we probably aren't being monetized.
Our intro is almost 30 seconds long, that video I play, so we're good.
All right.
There's just no swearing sometime between the first 8 and 30 seconds. It is very unclear with the YouTube guidelines.
Yeah, that does get a bit. Anyway, fuck it. Yep. Welcome to Having the Bag Disc Golf Podcast. Tonight.
Shit, yeah.
Hell yeah, dog.
Yo. Hey, in my podcast, I was throwing out all the references. I made a Metalocalypse reference. I made...
Brutal. That's brutal.
No,
it's metal?
No, Totally Untapped Market.
Yes, that, okay.
I wasn't talking about fish, but yeah.
There's a totally untapped market.
Yeah. Fish got's no good metal.
Mermaid.
I've only had a little bit to drink, and you haven't had anything.
I have had zero. I am running on adrenaline and trying to keep my child asleep and not coughing.
Yes. Yes.
Suffice to say, we have cranked up the cool mist humidifier to 11. So hopefully he stays nice and...
Is it out of a possible 5?
Yes. I could get a bigger one, but this one goes to 11.
Yeah, why not? Why bother? Why bother?
Why bother?
You got that. Some assholes cutting holes in my ceiling. That's me, but hey.
Well, you're not wrong. Some asshole is cutting holes in your ceiling.
Yeah.
Now, the question is it a lime green Lynch, oh my goodness, Grinch?
There's laws against that first one.
Oh my God. I can't use words today.
Lime green Grinch disc by Yukon, whatever.
Yukon discs. Nice.
Yep.
Grinchy butthole disc.
Yes. Yes. Can't be unseen. Semi-tempted to want to buy. As a conversation starter.
So for listeners who just went...
like a Freudian test.
For listeners who just went, wait, hold on. Wait, what the hell just happened?
Yes.
Joe, where did you find this delightful picture and caption that I can never unsee and you shared with me?
Yes. r/disc golf circle jerk. I have referenced it a couple times over a couple different podcasts, and it is quite a delight. I mean, there's a lot of shit posting because that's like the point of that subreddit.
I mean, it is a circle jerk subreddit.
It is fantastic. It is amazing. You will get those gems every other day or so, sometimes a little more often.
Grinch butthole. It's just like I can never
things I never wanted to imagine. Yep.
You know what, editor? Could you just get a big old picture and just put it over
your
my face when I can't use words and combine Grinch and lime green into Lynch?
Yes. Yep. Jane Lynch, right? That's the Lynch you're talking about.
Or Brian or Jonathan Lynch.
Yeah.
There's like maybe one possible theater nerd that was like, I grew up in the 80s. I know a Brian Lynch. Are you talking about that same guy? And I would go, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am,
yes,
actually.
Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stephen Lynch. There we go. More people will get that.
Dear
Lynch.
God, how did we not like? I mean, Jane Lynch is probably going to be top tier.
Yeah,
we're going to go with tiers
in terms of relative to the current conversation. Has Stephen Lynch put out a comedy album in 10
God, I
years?
don't know. He comes up on my Weird Al station on Pandora every now and then.
Yeah, but I mean, like the last thing I can think of was like
it was a long time ago.
Mid 2000, like mid early 2000s, like
maybe
7 to 10,
somewhere in there.
That
was a long time ago.
Hold on, we have this magical internet thing that we have access to.
Yeah, just go to chatgpt.com and ask it. I've been ChatGPT is a good like editor and a good thing to bounce ideas off of, surprisingly help you narrow things down.
Holy hell, he put one out in 2019.
What?
Yeah, called My Old Heart.
Okay, I don't think I've heard anything off of it. We probably shouldn't play anything from it.
Well, not if we don't want to.
I mean, forget the whole monetization, like the, you shouldn't play copyrighted materials in general.
Yes. So, okay, here we go.
But
we've got this is from Google's set list. Here are our titles.
Okay.
Dead Sexy, which is a live version. Cocaine, live. A Birthday Song for You. Sweet Dollar Bills is live. Then My Old Heart. Sweaty Dollar Bills, not live. Omaha. Neil Young Ripoff 2. Cocaine.
Hey, there's a first one?
Apparently. So then Cocaine, which is not live. Summer Song. Then Summer Song live. Then Tattoo 2. Then Omaha live. A Birthday Song live. Denzel. My Old Heart live. Tattoo 2 live. Denial. So basically Denzel. Denial live. And then Terrible Ghost. I'm very confused by what's happening on this album.
I'm like, is this possibly a 2-disc set that,
they just mashed into literally one thing?
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Like, I know some albums were like that, where you buy, say, AC/DC Back in Black, and you could get the live versions and that, but they're 2 separate discs.
Oh, well.
Thank God.
You know what, Joe? You could visit him pretty easily. He as of July 2008, according to Google, he resides in Kalamazoo.
Really?
Apparently, with his wife and children and pets.
All right, time to go stalking.
Hey, Steven, we talked about you at our podcast. How you doing?
How do you like disc golf, buddy? You want to go play? Come on. Bert Kreschner's doing it. You should do it too.
It'd just be like, no, don't worry, man. It's D&D. And then he'll be like, really? That's the song that you're gonna reference? And you're like, that's what I had. I'm sorry. Dead Puppies?
If you knew me and my friends. Yeah.
It wasn't like, isn't there like a song called Craig or something like that?
Yeah, it's Craig Christ.
Yeah, Craig Christ. There we go.
He doesn't turn water into wine. He turns it into Coors Light. It's amazing.
So Stephen Lynch, not a sponsor.
Nope. Neither is Bob and Tom, because one of their songs, one of their comedy commercials came across.
Oh, really?
And it was for the product Atta Girl knee pads.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Pause. Time out. Stop the recording. Let's not get taken down before we've even gotten started. Don't
worry. They make a men's version too.
Oh.
So.
Well, all right. Equal opportunity now. We're good.
It is. So, this was back when it was actually Bob and Tom. Before Bob left, I believe it was, right? Or is it? I haven't listened in a long time. They used to play it on a local station here, and then they stopped carrying it.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
That's some fantastic stuff.
It's been a while since I've gone down that route. I mean,
we should probably get into this tier list.
Yeah. Okay. So
before we like really tank the podcast and the channel and our careers by saying stupid shit all the time.
I mean,
dumber shit,
and
record it.
Well, we got to our 10 minutes of banter according to Audacity, so yes, it's time. All right, editor, put in the "it's time for the segment" sound effect.
Okay,
I
will find my mouse. All right, I'm going to switch over to the screen cap so you guys won't have to look at our ugly mugs anymore. And we are ranking, and I left this as is, so this is from Mud Mitchell on Twitter. He's the one who created this brand list with all the pretty pictures and everything. We have favorite, spicy, aight, meh, trash.
All right.
And I'm just going to go in the order they are at the bottom of the screen. MVP discs. I think everybody's going to want us to put them up at, like, favorite because of the Simon Lizotte signing.
Oh.
But
probably.
I don't really know anything about them. Like, I've thrown, like, 2 of their discs, and that's about it. It's probably 2 more than you've thrown.
It is definitely 2 more than I've thrown. Well, at least that I know that I've thrown.
And they have the overmold. So they're the ones that have, like, the black rim.
And now I'm yelling at Tiermaker because it disappeared my tab so I could actually follow along, and now I'm trying to get back to that.
So the two discs I have thrown, well, I guess technically 3 because my one PDGA sign-up disc was an MVP disc way back in the day.
And
it was super lightweight. And this is before I really knew much about, like, weights and all that stuff. So it's crazy understable. And I hated it.
Why can I not find this tier list? Why am I picked so hard? Why?
2 more discs that I was going to do for the Battle of the Beef series I was doing on the Disc Golf channel and haven't done for a very long time. They were very beefy discs, but I knew that going in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overmold gyro, there's, people like it or hate it. I don't care either way. Theoretically, it can help. Does it actually help in practice? I don't know.
I mean, to me, I guess I would put it into the spicy category as opposed to favorite. Just because
I was thinking, like, I was bouncing between spicy and aight.
I mean,
just because, like,
I'm there with you. The only reason I was leaning possibly more towards the spicy part of life was just the hype around the overmold and, like, some of the, like, it could do what it's supposed to do, but it also could just not matter.
I mean, it was kind of funny. I stumbled across an argument on Reddit of this guy saying it doesn't make a difference. Where's the science to prove that it does? Yeah. And this guy posted this big long physics paper saying, like, it does. We don't throw it hard enough, so it doesn't matter all that much. It sounds like the people who can throw pretty decent, say on average it their discs, the comparable disc instability will fly about 15 to 20 feet further on, like, a 400-foot throw.
Got it.
So
basically,
I mean,
unless you're...
if it scales linearly, like, is that extra 10 to 15 feet really gonna make a big difference for you?
Yeah, so, if you're not bombing it, then, yeah.
And even then, 20 feet on a 400-foot drive is, like...
Yeah. Well, yes and no, but, like, it's not significant enough to where it's, like, an extra 50 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting, like, closer. So, yeah.
Closer is better.
Let's go 8.
8. 8, yo.
8.
Prodigy. I've thrown 1 disc from them. There's probably 1 more than you've thrown.
No, I think I threw it at a tournament, or I think Garcia may have given me 1 to throw.
Gotcha.
And
it was fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wasn't specifically impressed. Now, I mean, to be honest, it was probably one of the first things I threw outside of Innova. So I was like, oh, like,
yeah,
there's differences. Like, oh, okay. But like, I didn't particularly like the flight pattern. I think it was just a mid driver, or not mid driver, but a
mid-range.
There we go.
Overstable.
Yeah.
I threw one of their approach discs. It was supposed to be something like a zone or kind of a harp or a culprit, and I was like, all right. And I threw it, and I didn't like the feel of it in my hand. I wasn't a huge fan of the plastic, but it was supposed to be their kind of grippier plastic, so I'm not like casting doubt on everything. It's just the way their grippier plastic feels, and they do everything with numbers, so I could not tell you what it was.
So we're both in the meh. It's not garbage, but I wasn't like, hell yeah.
But I haven't really thrown it enough to make it like, I haven't thrown anything that I would throw, I guess.
Yeah.
Next up is Discmania. Now, they have a disc that I have used a surprising amount of time, the Tilt.
Yes.
One of the more stable discs out there.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3 for sure.
Indeed.
Behind the Frag and the Stego.
Now, I have not seen a Stego, but some part of me wants to own that. Like,
it's a fun disc.
Real hard, because I does love me some Steggies.
Mm-hmm.
They're my favorite dinosaur.
The stamp is really cool, and it's actually pretty entertaining because the harder you throw the Stego, the more stable it gets.
Interesting. Okay, yes. Hold on. I'm gonna look up the stamp real quick because, well, now I'm here.
The one I have is just a rainbow Stego outline. It's really cool. But back to Discmania.
Look at that little guy.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those.
I'm gonna say that for me, honestly, Discmania is everybody loves them, and the one disc I've thrown, I like it. I'd say for me, it's kind of borderline spicy. I don't know. What do you? While you're still entering your details to buy a Stego.
Hold on, just gonna get all the shipping.
Yep.
I mean, I can't, because I'm looking at the disc range just to see if I have thrown any Discmania. I know that I've seen them.
Yeah. And they've got good stuff, and they're pretty good quality.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, they do, but it's like everything that I've seen in the stores around here is always the, like, no fun stamps. So I've always just kind of seen them. I'm like, okay, that's some nice plastic, but like, I don't necessarily care.
Yeah.
You know, just being shallow as I am.
Meh. You don't need it. Like,
no, you don't. But like, you know, I'm a filthy casual. Like, I want fun. I want fun stamps. Like the Iron Samurai. Like, you know, if I saw that on the shelf, I'd be like, okay.
Or one of the Cloud Breakers. Those have got cool stamps.
You know, usually. Again, you know, if I saw the Stego, I'd be like, hell yeah. Give me that tiny little boy. So, I mean, like, they look like fine discs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say favorite. But I could say spicy, because they do have some stuff. And it does look like you're like, okay, these will be a good purchase. They're just not flashy.
Like I like the Meta Tilt I have. It's got a hawk or something dive bombing on it.
Nice.
Like it's a cool stamp. If you watched our In the Bag episode last week, you'd have seen it.
Well, there's so many things going on. All right, spicy on the Discmania.
Spicy, yeah. All right, we've got Gateway next.
All right, I'll be honest, I'm almost positive I've never even seen one. I'm going to look them up right now.
I own one. It's right up there. It's the It's been restamped. It's got the Monopoly Man coming out of jail. As the Scott Stokely fundraiser one.
Uh-huh.
So I got that. It's signed by Stokely.
Ooh.
Never met him. Got the disc
from
somebody else.
This wizard is...
They've been around forever.
This wizard is jacked. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know.
Have you
Like,
seen
they've got
this
some-
stamp?
They've got some good stamps.
Like, this wizard is going to step on me.
This is so wizard, Annie.
And I'm going to be like, yes. Yes, sir. Please step on me.
Mm-hmm.
Step on me, daddy.
God. I haven't actually thrown any of their discs.
I definitely have never even actually seen one. And I don't live that far away from
They're from St. Louis.
St. Louis. How have
Yeah.
I never seen one of these discs?
I hear you. I hear you, man. And they've been around for a while. It's not like they're new.
Yeah, all right. Well, apparently I'm just blind to things.
I'm shocked that they've never really made their way up to the Chicagoland area, a few hours north.
Well, to be fair, the amount of frolfing that I've been doing as of late, I've kind of kept the same discs for a while, so...
Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean.
Oh, I'm sure if I actually walked into a Dick's Sporting Goods or something, they're probably...
Yeah, they'd still be just in Innova.
Well, okay. So not
They
a
got
Dick's.
that shit locked down.
Yeah, that's true. But if I walked into like Play It Again Sports, where they still have a section of like used and also new
Yeah.
for disc
Yeah,
golf,
they've got good stuff.
they usually have a little bit better selection. I mean,
I don't really have any strong opinions either way, to be completely honest.
I feel like I would maybe still throw it into spicy just because I'm intrigued by what I'm seeing.
All right. I could go along with that. I really don't like... You said I don't really have any strong opinions either way.
Yeah,
Coming up, I do have some opinions, but like...
Yeah, I'd throw it into spicy on intrigue. So it's a low spice. It's the lowest level of spice we'll have.
Yeah. Next up, we have Infinite Discs. So they are slowly moving into being a manufacturer. They still are largest or second largest online disc golf retailer.
I was going to say.
I don't remember who's bigger, them or OTB. But yeah, they do some stuff. I've only gotten one of their actual discs.
And it's
not PDGA approved. It was just, do you want to add a mystery infinite disc to your, or infinite disc like gift into your order for an extra $5? I was like, why not?
Yeah.
And it's got an astronaut riding a tractor.
Nice.
I've thrown it. The disc is awful, but it's also like not PDGA approved. They never really ever said like, go out and throw this. It was, here's a fun stamp, hang it up kind of thing. So I'm not judging them on that. If it was approved and it was a piece of crap, then I'd be like, eh. But, I mean, they're all right.
I mean, assuming that looking at their website that these are indeed infinite discs,
Mm-hmm. They should be.
I'm just looking at just their stamps, and I'm kind of like, nah. I'm in meh.
Yeah.
I'm in meh. I am not necessarily impressed, although people have been apparently ranking their discs 4 or 5 stars. So, I mean, good for them, but like...
Yeah. Meh.
Meh.
They're still growing in that area. So...
I was like, it's not trash, but I'm not excited.
No. Now, I do have a strong opinion on this next one, Innova.
Go for it. Let's hear it. Do it to it.
They are trash.
All right?
I hate the inconsistency run to run.
Yes.
That is the reason why I ended up going mostly Trilogy, because Latitude, who manufactures all those, was using robots to weigh out, and everything was climate controlled, and so every run was the same.
Yeah.
Innova still does it by hand. So if Bobby's
Nice.
doing it and he's got a little heavy-handed on this ingredient and Susie's up the next day and she's heavy-handed on the other one, it's, and that's what some people love about it. That they can get all of their mid-range can be a destroyer, or their distance drivers can be a destroyer.
Yeah.
And not one of them flies the same. Where I want to know that, yes, cool, my overstable destroyer just went for a swim and I'm never getting it back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, I am never going to find another one like that again.
Yeah.
Where if I throw my Raider in the water again, I can just go buy another one.
Yep.
And it'll fly, provided, there is some variability if it's, domey or flat or whatever. But if I get the same, if I had a domey one, I get a domey one, they should fly approximately the same depending on how long it's been in my bag.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I don't know what your thoughts are.
So I am completely and totally with you. So yeah, so in the before times, before the bean, when I was like getting almost to the point where I was like, hey, I'm going to try to start doing like tournaments and start like doing this more seriously.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to swap out all of my Innova discs because I was like, yeah, I had picked up I
had some great discs.
Oh yeah, but I had used 3 or 4 bosses and they all flew drastically differently. It was like,
yes,
the red boss I used for this kind of curve. It's like,
yeah. So
if I lose one of these discs, I have no idea how I'm going to replace it. So
that's like, well, I had a boss, I threw it, ended up in a pond.
Yeah.
Bought a replacement. I was like, well, that other one was in my bag for a while. This one's way more stable.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I didn't remember how that one was. I only had that one for like 2 weeks before that went swimming. Yeah. And bought another one, and it was vastly different than the one I just had. I was like, now I know I didn't play that many rounds in like a week or two.
Yeah.
And then I learned.
So I will agree with you that as you go through the hobby, they are trash.
Yes. If you like the consistency, or
I was going to say,
if you like consistency, you won't like, generally speaking, you won't like that.
Yeah. If you are just trying to play for as cheap as possible,
yes,
then in terms of
steal from the lost and found bin,
bang for your buck, you know what I mean? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Bang for your buck. Innova is fucking spicy.
Yeah.
However,
but
for the purposes of this list, I will absolutely agree it's trash.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you're like, I'm new to the hobby, or like, I just want to go huck and chuck some discs but not worry about what happens to them, then Innova is my favorite brand because I can go buy 5 of them for like $15, and you're like, yeah, if it goes in the water, whatever.
The thing is, like, more companies are starting to get on and do a good job with their starter packs, and price them competitively.
Oh yeah.
The bad thing is, they're not in Walmart, they're not in Dick's right now, and that's where Innova is, and that's where you're like, I don't know disc golf. I don't know that there's a disc golf shop. I'm going to go to Dick's because they have all the sporting goods stuff. Oh, hey, look, here's this. Oh, hey, look, this is a 12-time Ken Climo whatever.
Yep.
Well, obviously these must be the best because this guy won 12 world titles.
Yep. So, yeah. So, yes, I for the purpose of this list, I will say absolutely trash.
Yep.
But in terms of if you're just like, I want low-cost options, then they are probably my favorite brand because
they're fine for starting out. Like,
well, like I said, or if you're just like, you wanted to pick up a bunch of discs so you could have like, have a small like, hey, I'm going to have a disc golfing party.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what happens to those discs.
Yes.
Mike Musselman will throw my dart perfectly straight 150 feet to just go right in the basket, because why not?
First round ever, fifth hole ever of disc golf, and he aces that son of a bitch.
Yep. So yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think we've innove it hard enough.
I think so.
Now this next brand, I have no idea.
Castoplast. They have some great Swedish Italian plastic.
Ooh, does it sound a bit like the chef?
It's Fragile.
Ah, yes.
So I have 2 Castoplast discs. One I actually throw.
Okay.
One of them is the Berg. It's a 1-speed approach disc, very straight, and when it's done, it just falls out of the sky. Like once it kind of hits that, it just down, done.
Okay.
It's over. Great disc. You basically can put it on a line and it'll hold it.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I've seen it hyzer out was when I was playing literally down a mountain, and I had to go 300 feet. 200 of that was forward. 100 was down. And so I just kind of lightly tossed it, and it ended up hyzering out. I've never seen a Berg hyzer out. Unless you put it on a hyzer angle.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, that's interesting. But I guess when you basically drop it from the top of a building...
Yeah.
The plastic's really good. And the other one I have is the Rask, which has like another like almost rim on the inside, and it makes it really stable. I haven't had it long enough to really throw it to figure it out yet, to see if I even like it. It's just, I saw it in the store and I was like, all right, I need one more disc to get my 15% discount. Buy 3, get 15% off your whole shopping trip.
Yeah.
So I was like, why not? I'm getting a baseline disc anyways, so it basically made it free.
Nice. It's really all you can ask for sometimes.
So if you're on Reddit, then this is obviously above favorite. But I gotta say, like, it's a good disc, and the plastic's really good. So I'm gonna say spicy.
But I'm gonna 100%
I was gonna say
trust you on this one.
You have nothing to say.
Nope. I am 100% just yes. That all sounds spicy to me.
Yeah. Now, Latitude 64. They make all the discs for Dynamic Disc, Westside Disc, and now Castoplast.
Naturally.
But I have a pre-Latitude Berg.
Okay.
And it doesn't sound like anything changed, so. But Latitude, fantastic stuff. What they're doing with the Royal line of discs, that Grand Plastic is amazing. And the Grace is probably my favorite disc. Plus, Kristen Tatar plays for them. That's about it. Their favorite. That's all I gotta say.
So I mean, like, yeah, I get it in terms of like they make the discs for like everything, but like Latitude 64 themselves, like their discs, they're branded.
Their discs?
Branded discs, I should say. They just don't speak to me. Like I've seen them and I'm just kind of like, cool. Ooh. Like it says musket on it. That's cool, I guess.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they like, it's kind of weird. They'll do for like their stamp art. Some of it's just like the super basic bar name of disc. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they'll throw out something like the Kristen Tatar wolf stamp. And you're like, where's this on the rest of them?
What's going on? But that's what I mean. Like, just looking at just their branded stuff, like, regardless of like how they fly and the fact that they're going to fly very similarly to the other brands that they, manufacture.
Yes and no. I mean, the other manufacturer, the other companies design their own stuff, so it's kind of like.
Yeah, but I mean, no matter what, in an arrangement like that, there's a little bit of borrowing from everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you have to work in such close proximity for manufacturing that way.
Cliff notes.
But yeah, like...
It's a study group. There we go. That's probably the right way to put it. It's a study group for engineers and physicists.
I mean, for me personally, Latitude 64 just on branding, not on how the disc flies.
Yep. Because I don't think you've thrown?
No, not outside of Disc Golf Valley.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. Wonder why.
That's a video game.
Yes.
So, but I mean, I'm just going just off of branding. For me personally,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, spicy then?
Well, no. For the purposes of this list, we'll go with you as a favorite. Because I agree with your speaking on the way that they throw, etc. I was sharing,
and their plastic just feels good.
Yeah, I was just sharing a personal
You're playing devil's advocate,
judging a book 110% by its cover.
By its cover, yeah.
I'm like, that's fine. Yeah, no. So favorite.
We got another old time company here, Discraft. They've been around in the game for quite a while.
And I used some of their discs like growing up with scout activities and stuff, and I never liked them. Now, it could be that I wasn't throwing correct at the time. Like, I'm a kid who, we're talking...
No instruction.
Yeah, early YouTube to no YouTube days where it's like, I have no idea
I know how to throw
doing.
A Frisbee.
Yeah.
And that is nothing like throwing a disc golf disc.
But it's one of those things that is just kind of stuck in the old memory banks. So, like, I've never really sucked them out anymore. I wouldn't say that they're trash because they've been around so long. But, like, to me personally, I'm kind of meh.
Okay. I like a couple of their discs. So I've thrown the Zeus, which is the Paul Macbeth line from Discraft. Sheriff-like Flight.
Okay.
From Dynamic Discs. It's pretty good. And I throw the Zone a lot. I like the Zone a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going to be a heretic. The Buzz is meh. I don't like it. I'm going to be completely honest. I've tried it. I've given it a fair shot. I've took it out, did field work for a couple days with it.
Now,
and just meh.
The question is, have they licensed Drew Carey's face for the Buzz?
Oh, that would be amazing. I'm still waiting for the Mason Ford Mustang with mint discs.
Yes, please.
I think it's mint discs. It's not Lone Star. Maybe it is.
Star.
Whatever.
There's only one person who give me the raspberry jam.
Lone Star. So I would put them in. I mean their consistency is good.
Yeah, I will be okay with it.
Hey, yo.
It's again, it's just the it's stuck in my brain. I'm like, I didn't like them.
It's funny how those memories just kind of stick like that.
And I'm sure their plastic has changed since, I don't know, like...
Their manufacturing has changed since the late
90s. 2000,
the late 90s, early 2000s, yeah.
So I will say right off the bat that the next two we have, they are favorites for me.
Really?
Yes.
West Side Discs?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the next one is Dynamic Discs. I was Team Trilogy for a couple years there. I know their stuff really well. Consistency's well. Felon, Justice could not function in disc golf life without either of them.
Yeah.
Or the Judge. Here comes the Judge.
Yep. Judge is good.
Yep. I don't dread it at all.
Oh, no. All right, we got to wrap this up. It's good. We're making too many bad movie references now.
Oh, man. All right. So
absolutely. Dynamic has been good. They were one of the first
They were one of the first not Innova.
Yeah, that I'd been able to throw, and then I purchased a couple right off the bat because I was just like, hell yeah.
Because you did that 2-disc challenge when you came to visit.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, that's a good deal in general. It's like 2 discs for $25.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it was totally worth it.
All right. Favorite?
Maybe I'm confusing.
Spicy?
Maybe I'm confusing West Side with someone else. Hold on. Let me.
I don't know if you've thrown. DD is favorite though, right?
Oh yeah, DD's favorite.
Okay.
110%. Let me make sure
West
that
Side?
I'm not like confusing my brain.
I would put West Side for me kind of in that I don't think I actually throw anything from West Side. I tried. I think it's the Bear.
Oh no. West Side is a favorite for me. Yeah.
Okay.
I really like their distance drivers. I've been throwing a.
Is it the Sword and the King and?
So I've enjoyed the King and the Queen.
Okay. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I have. Absolutely.
Devil's Three-Way. Got it.
Yep. In terms of art, I haven't, but I want to kind of pick up a Warhorse and a Boatman.
Okay.
For the art, because that's the other thing is for West Side discs, this is also totally a vanity thing. I just fucking love the stamps. Like
they do have some good stamps.
It gives me that like 80s metal cartoon, like everything's
heavy
just
metal.
Yeah, just
Yep.
Major pubage.
Oh man.
But
for me, I haven't totally cared for much of what they have. If I'm being honest, I'd put them with Spicy because, like you said, their stamps are pretty good. I have a really sick Hatchet stamp that was in a special edition box thing that I forgot to unsubscribe for after I got it for the 1 month that I wanted it.
Yeah.
And then I got that. I was like, oh, that's cool. Remember to cancel.
So, I mean, it might just be that the way that they manufacture the discs, like my hand for me personally, my hand just feels more comfortable in the gripping position.
Yep.
So that's why, for me, I'm like, they have become a favorite of mine, not just because of the art, but just because in terms of the hand feel for me.
Yeah, the plastic and whatnot.
The plastic, like, it's the right amount of sticky, because I have a slightly oilier, like, hand. I just do. Like, I'm just a slightly oilier person. For whatever reason, like the plastic line that I've been picking up, I forget what it's called, but like
I forget what they call theirs, like, but yeah,
it gives me grip, but it also allows it to slip just enough that you can get that like really good snap on the release, and you're like, I threw that disc well.
And see, I think one of the reasons why I like the Trilogy brands in general, because their plastic variation is very similar.
Yeah.
And specifically the new Royal line is I get a good grip. I have sweaty hands. So I am the reason why I don't struggle as much as a lot of other people in the rain is because I have sweaty hands. So I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like this is a normal day for me, basically.
I mean, I don't need to purchase more discs, but like now I want to purchase more discs.
I know. I'll send you a referral code. You get a percentage off and I get points.
Nice. Okay.
I think it's like 5%, 10%, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey,
all right. Okay, so I guess we should...
say dynamic discs are sold in Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, they are now? Okay.
Yeah,
I honestly haven't looked, so...
I was looking up at their tracker. Hold on, let me see if this is true.
So, I guess I'll start bottom up. Start with trash.
Yeah.
Innova. Meh. We got Prodigy and Infinite Discs, mostly because we haven't really thrown them, and their stamps are boring.
Yeah, I just...
Like, at least the ones they're stock stamps.
Yep.
I we've got MVP and Discraft because you had a bad time back when you were a kid.
I did. And I very
haven't
specifically remember Discraft as the disc I was holding. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And MVP, neither of us have really thrown enough to have a good opinion. The physics checks out, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Spicy, we got Discmania, Gateway, and Castoplast for different reasons, but fun stamps, good plastic, good throwing. And Disc Golf Reddit would probably like us mostly.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
And mostly because, Castoplast, the Berg.
Yeah. Well...
And then finally we have Trilogy because we're simping Trilogy.
Yeah, we really did, didn't we?
Yep. I was trying to talk you out of it. Trying to talk you down to Spicy for West Side.
Really did. Well,
it didn't.
For me, dynamic discs, well, yeah. So dynamic discs, well, like I said, for me...
Their stamps are boring.
Well, yeah, but Latitude 64 for me was the one that I was like, spicy. Like...
Yeah.
We had varying opinions, so yes, between the two of us, the three wound up on top. But like, for me, Latitude 64 is not favorite. It's spicy to eat. It's like low spice.
Yep.
Whereas dynamic, like West Side is my number one choice. Dynamic disc is 2.
Yeah.
Because although dynamic discs, stamps are boring, I know what I'm going to throw, and I really like their, like, putt and approach.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I use them for.
The Culprit is a fun disc.
Yep.
Overstable
Absolutely.
approach. It's a good one. It's a new one.
I have a dynamic disc that has no label. It just
Anymore?
has... No. It never had one. It just said dynamic discs. I have no idea what disc it is.
On the back, they hot stamp the name.
Oh, no, that's gone. By this time, it's like...
It's faded?
Oh, yeah, like, by this time, it's got, like, dude, I haven't...
I'll have to check it out. I might be able to identify it.
Well, I'll have to find it. Bean had been playing with it for a while.
When my wife got me, for Father's Day, a disc from Dynamic Discs, because they do Dymax. And they're the only company I know of that does it, where they'll put whatever picture you want on the disc, and it actually looks good. I was shocked at how good it came out. And I picked it up, and I'm holding it. I was like, oh, you got me a Justice, my favorite disc. And she goes, how did you know that? I was like, I know the feel. Like, I know how that... And then I flipped it over, and I was like, oh, yeah, it says Justice right here, too. She goes, you're so weird. I was like, you married me, all right? Like, you had a chance to bail on this years ago, and you didn't, so that's on you.
She's got her own set of weird. It's a weird match, and it works.
Yep. It's a match made in Weird Mageddon.
Well played. That was much better than anything I was trying to workshop in my head, and I was like, no, that didn't work.
That was also probably one of the most recent references we've made. Oh,
really is.
That was a good show, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was such a good show.
Well,
but
this
I think that wraps it up.
I was like, this is not a podcast about shows or movies. So thanks everybody.
Since when?
Since 10 minutes into the episode when we started doing the tier list.
Actual disc golf. Oh, I think that about does it.
Yep. All right, everyone. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. I've been me, Joe's been Joe, and you've been you. Unless you're not you, and you're actually a pod person, in which case you should stop listening and go tell your overlords that this isn't worth taking over. It's fine. Go home, and we'll catch you next week with hopefully
I'm
more
me.
content. Well, yes, you're you. We've already established that you're you, and I'm me, and they're them, unless they aren't them.
And welcome to the pronoun game, everybody. Thanks for playing.
I felt that I had the opportunity to throw in a fireside theater bit, and it worked well.
I was going with a red versus blue.
Yeah.
It was basically the same joke, about 30 years apart.
Yep. And, well, no, probably just as much weed. Probably just as much.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
all right.
So joesdiscgolf.com, since we didn't plug you earlier, as well as you can...
Yeah, that site needs some updating, don't worry. And the merch page is fucked.
Okay, don't buy our merch yet.
Not yet. Well, you can't. I mean, I'll just say that. Like, you can't.
It's impossible. Okay, well,
yes.
So then don't worry about that. But go view Joe on Joe's Disc Golf podcast, where he does serious disc golf podcasting.
Yeah, and I didn't forget to upload the audio version of the podcast today. Don't worry.
It'll come...
Or yesterday when you're listening to this.
It'll come in a timely manner. It's fine.
Probably
it's
at
great.
the same time this one comes out.
Like I said, timely manner.
Yep.
And I'm here. This is what I do now because I'm too busy for Twitch. Maybe I'll stream sometime other. But hey, you know what? If you're like, what does this dude do? It's Popper Fresh. You can find me anywhere that I have an account, social media wise, or on Twitch. Yep. Popper Fresh, Popr Fresh. Joe, where can the listener viewers find you?
At Joe's Disc Golf everywhere that you can find me as well. Twitch,
including his OnlyFans.
Yes. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Somebody convinced me to do Rumble because it's a totally untapped market. So
wait, hold on. Is Rumble is separate from Bumble, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Are we swiping to hook up with disc golf?
Okay. No.
Then yes,
but
Rumble,
totally untapped market apparently.
Rumble
or
and
mostly
Bumble.
Untapped.
Separate things.
I think there's only one other guy that does disc golf content, and it's free. So
cool.
You can find it there.
Yay.
It's something.
Oh God.
I'm boring you. All right. I guess that does it. So later, everybody.
Goodbye.